Culture is a way of living, and the same way it varies from continent to continent, from tradition to tradition, and even from country to country. We see that some certain people have adapted to their culture, and it is part and parcel of their life. And sometimes when you travel to some other countries, you feel like, oh, how do I even fit in? Considering the fact that there are some differences. The same way there are differences, the same way we can record some kind of similarities culture with other places you travel to. And that is what I want to talk about, the similarities that exist in the Yoruba culture as well as the Korean culture. Yeah. The Asian continent that has Korean as a particular country has some certain cultural belief, like the way we do in the Yoruba land. And you're welcome to Wisdom Yard Online TV. This is Lifestyle Show with Ayomiko, your only sexy shigumami of Lagos. And then if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, just do that right now and follow our social media platform. As I say, respect is reciprocal. That is the same way we take it in Yoruba land. When it comes to respect, Yoruba people take respect on high. As in, the way it is funny that you meet a Yoruba woman and you give her something, you're trying to gift her, and she tells you that you don't give me something with the left hand. Very funny. So they put it on their head like Gele. That is the same way the Korean does too. You know, they are very high on respect for the elders, you know, elderly people, respect for traditions, respect for custom. So it is shown in Yoruba culture that you had to give some level of respect to elderly people the same way it is in the Korean culture. Not only that, when we talk about greetings, it is similar. You know, Yoruba people tend to accord greeting to elders by kneeling down or bowing their heads. You know, that is the same way they do in Korean too. They tend to bow their heads in order to bid farewell or goodbye to elderly people. The way they eat, the way they talk, and even the way they go about their day-to-day activities, you will know that there is level of respect in every of your doing. And the Yoruba culture also have this extreme importance that they place on their ancestors. If you are someone that is very conversant with the Koreans, you will know that they have this level of respect for their ancestors, the same way Yoruba does. They don't in any way joke with their ancestors. You know, in Yoruba, we have all this Shango, or yeah, all these goddesses, all these ancestors, and we have the way we respect them, pay homages. It is even shown in the way the Korean does, the way they give some kind of offerings to the dead, the way they respect their statues, you know, the way they pray to their status and all of those things. It's one thing that is also present in the Yoruba culture. Let's talk about their drama, their movies. If you watch any of their movies, you will know that they exhibit their culture, their values, their tradition through their movies. You know, they tend to show extremely everything they do. If you're watching a particular movie and it is the kind of village setting, you will see a typical Korean culture. And if it is a street or maybe a kind of high school movie, you will see the way they portray their way of life, their culture. That is the same thing they do for Yoruba dramas too, especially when it comes to some kind of deep indigenous Yoruba movie, Nollywood movie. You see the way they portray the culture through their language, through their belief, through their value, and all sort of things. And they have this belief in extended family living together. This is one thing you will see in Yoruba culture. You always see them living together. You can see like 3-4 generations living in one compound just because they believe in the law of harmony, the law of unity. So they bring all of their family together to live as one. There's one adage, popular adage in Yoruba culture that says that eni tí ó bá sọ ilé nù ó sọ àpò ìyàkọ. That is a person who despises the family, hovers around their neck a bag of trouble. That is just how they believe. They believe that as a family you should be together because united we stand and divided we fall. The same thing the Korean culture does. You know, they tend to live together. You tend to see some cousin, grandparents, siblings, you know, staying together in one family. Though with the westernization and all of that, a lot of things has changed, but not totally. To some extent, they still come together, maybe during Christmas, during any kind of event like that. So this and more are the reasons we feel like, okay, there are some similarities between the Yoruba culture as well as the Korean culture. If you feel like there are other things that I did not add to every of my own gist, then you should drop that in the comment section. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's still your only sexy mommy of Lagos and Wisdom at the Line TV, taking you through healthy lifestyle tips. And until next time, a lot of love, joy, and happiness.